Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm TheJoAnderson. Please do not mind the traffic that's in the background that you're going to hear. I am in my living room and I live on Main Street. So welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing how I do my everyday makeup. So let's get started. So the first thing I do is prime my face because I have really oily skin and it's just in my T-zone. I use the Becca primer. I got this from Sephora. It was about, I don't know, I think it was like $30 or maybe a little more than that. $15 to $30. So I also apply it on my eyelids because that gets oily as well. And then I'm going to just drop my stick. And then I'm going to fill in the outer parts of my face. So the next thing I do is I'm going to apply my foundation. I have Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation in the shade R520. This does have a red base. Just picking it out, I just made sure I went to Sephora to try to figure out what undertones were underneath my skin, because when I applied like other foundations, I felt like everything else had like a really orange tone to it. So this is more of this matches my undertones as well as my overtones. Now I don't want to apply much because I'm going to start looking like really red on camera, but once it oxidizes, I'm going to look my normal skin complexion. So I'm just going to blend this in. And I know you're going to ask like why I didn't do my eyebrows first. I actually do my eyebrows last, which is a really fun fact about me. And I don't know why I do it last. I just feel like I don't want to like pack a lot of concealer on my forehead, because I don't apply a lot other than, you know, just putting the highlight on my forehead, the center of my forehead. So I'm going to make sure everything is blended so that when it oxidizes, you can't tell exactly where my foundation is. The concealer that I use is normally like, well, I know it's LA Girl Pro, but I don't know, sometimes I switch between either Cool Tan or Warm Honey. They're about the same tone, but you know, the Cool Tan is just a little more not as warm, of course. I'm gonna just put this below my eye just for my highlight. One thing about when I use my concealer, I make sure that I don't drag it past the outer parts of my eyebrows. With that, I take my beauty blender, dab it in some water. And when I blend it as well, I make sure I don't take it past the outer parts of my eyebrows. I blend really well, making sure you can't see any creases, or you won't be able to see any creases under my eyes. I take it up the sides of my nose just to give me that more snatched effect. Like, all of my brushes are just falling. Like, I don't understand. And highlight my chin. Do my circles again. Blend under my nose, chin, and now for the forehead. I try not to put a lot of concealer on my forehead, which is another reason why I don't do my eyebrows first, just because I know a lot of people do apply like concealer above their eyebrow when they're like cleaning up their, you know, brows. But I feel like when I go and take pictures and I use flash, it just shows up like really strong above my eyebrows, like the concealer. So I don't put concealer on top of my eyebrows. Now I feel like if you do it, yeah, if you do it, it's fine, but just it doesn't work for me. It might work for you, but if you're not using flash and you're just going somewhere, I don't think it's, you know, bad to do it. So yeah, if you aren't using flash, then that's fine. You can put it on top, but I just don't want to put so much on my forehead because I already am an oil bucket. So I just go back in with my foundation brush just to blend out the outer parts of my concealer. And now I bake. Now I use the Sacha Buttercup setting powder to bake. I haven't tried the Laura Mercier. A lot of people say that's good. Hopefully when I try it, like, it works out good, like how I see other YouTubers do. So yeah, maybe I'll try that in my next video. Soon to come. And I don't bake with a lot of product. I've noticed when you bake with this for so long, you start to see, like, not flashback, but you just start to look yellow. Blend my forehead, and I make sure I blend that really well so that I don't have flashback if I do decide to take a photo with flash. Next, after baking, I do my contour. I'm using the BH Cosmetics Studio contour palette. Then I'm going to take a BS Mauve face round brush. I'm going to use the colors, the red tone and the brown tone. I don't use a lot of the red just because I don't want to look like a red person, like, I don't know, but I don't want to look too red. And then I use the brown just because contour is supposed to be darker, so. And I start really light. And I'm going to use that to go up my forehead as well. Make sure my temples are covered. And I know a lot of people like use their, you know, use a lot of liquid cream contours for their contouring. But since this is my everyday makeup, I don't try to like use a lot of product. So that's the reason I'm not using a cream base. I just use my powder. I take it below my chin, below my jawline. And I'm contouring my nose with that brown that I already had. So when I contour my nose, it depends on what day it is. Like some days I want to take it down my bridge of my nose and then up to the beginning of my eyebrow, or sometimes I take it underneath my eyebrow. So I guess in this case, I just take it down the bridge of my nose, and I'm going to go up to my eyebrow. Like, I need my nose to be snatched for real. And it's really important that that you hold your brush at the end so that you can see exactly where you're putting the product. So the reason I do my brows last is just because I can see. I just do my brows last is just so I won't have to like have a lot of product on my forehead, just because I'm already like an oily person, so I don't want to have, you know, too much stuff on my oil zones. So I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the color dark brown. I don't start at the beginning, I start in the middle, towards the middle. Then I just go and trace under my eyebrow. So yeah, I'm just going underneath my eyebrows, making sure that I can see exactly what I'm doing in my mirror. Then I go above. The very top of my eyebrow, I don't add more product. I just use the product that's left already on my brow before I move on to the tips of my eyebrows. I'm trying to make it look as natural as possible by applying a little bit of product. I don't want to have too much. Use my spoolie just to brush my brows up a little bit, or just blend it, blend everything together, all my hairs. Making sure that is fine before I add my concealer at the bottom of my eyebrows. I'm going to go back in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer to highlight underneath my eyebrows. A little more. Blend outwards. And underneath my brow. Make sure that's blended on the outside, because when you take it down, the product moves. So, lastly, I'm going to take my NYX setting spray. I feel like when you put the highlighter on first and then you spray, it kind of like diffuses the intensity of the highlight. So I'm going to spray my face. Fan it. And I'm going to take my mascara and just fill in my brows while they're, not my brows, fill in my eyelashes while they're wet. And please let me know down in the comment box like what exactly you do, or if you have any advice for me to make my everyday makeup, a little more on fleek, slay, whatever you want to call it. Or what foundation works for you if you're like similar to my tone, you have those red undertones as well. I didn't want to put any lashes today just because I'm not really going anywhere. I'm just going to a family event. It's on Sunday. I go underneath my brows. I do my blush with the e.l.f. blush palette. It has, a few pinks, different shades of pink, and I'm going to use like a peachy one. So my contour was underneath my cheek. This is just at the apples of my cheek. And I don't take that past my eyebrow as well. And I'm using my Becca Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop Highlighter. Now mine is broke, so I have to make sure it doesn't fall out. So I'm taking just a little bit. This is how much I put on, and I apply it. I dab it on just so I can see exactly like where I want it to be. And I make sure I put that close to my eye because I want my eyes to stand out. Take it on my nose, put a little on my cheek, a little on my forehead. So I just put it on the high parts of my eyebrows, the arch, blend it. Now this is kind of hard to blend. Like You really have to like make sure you apply a little bit of pressure just to blend this out, because it's like wherever you put it, that's exactly where it's going to stay. This is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the color, ooh, what is this color? Abu Dhabi. So I'm just going to use that just to give me a natural feel. You know, not overdo it. Sometimes I might put on red just because it's like a really festive color, but I think this is nice. This is fine. So guys, thank you for watching. This is my final look. I'm about to get ready, go to the family event. Hopefully they like my makeup, but I will see you soon in the next video. Thank you for watching. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. Comment on any advice that you could give me, or that letting me know what you do for your own everyday makeup. So yes, this completes the look. So I will see you guys later. Bye.